and Dan. They're helping me cook today, and we're making a lovely vegan Katsu style curry, which is absolutely delicious. So the first thing you need to do is get the tofu out of the fridge, because we're actually going to make it with tofu today, and get it out of its watery packets and put it between 2 bits of kitchen roll, and then put some heavy books on the top. This is really important if you like your tofu to be slightly crispy. And then later on we'll do a little bit of frying for 5 minutes of the tofu, and then put it in the oven, which dries out a little bit more and makes it absolutely delicious for this meal. So here's Freya. I'm just gonna now take my phone over. Oops, see, I'm covering up the camera, I think there we go. And so here's Freya. And she's just been cutting up the carrot. She's looking at the books. You see, the tofu is under there with those books. And then she's cutting up the carrot. And now we've just got some lovely chopped onion frying in there, really small. You need to keep the onion really small, and the carrot particularly really small. I'll just show you the carrot again, actually, because we cut it up really, really small. There we go. Brilliant. What we're going to do now, once the onions are frying, they've been frying just for about 5 minutes. We're not just going to put the carrots in just yet, Freya. We're going to put some spices in. So we're going to put about a teaspoon of garam masala.
Can we do it?
And actually for this meal, I'm making a slightly bigger one today. So we've got 2 onions and 3 carrots. And we're going to put a teaspoon of garam masala in. So I'm just going to let them see you do that, because it's difficult to get the camera angle there. There we go. So there's Fred putting the garam masala in. Brilliant. And then we're also going to add a teaspoon of turmeric and a teaspoon of curry powder. Sorted. Brilliant. Say bye-bye. Say see you in a minute. Okay, just going to again. And here's Freya, and she is just about to tip the carrot in. So here we go. So we've got all right. So how do we? There we go. I can't do it one-handed. I'm going to have to put the well. There you go. I'm going to have to put. I can't do it one-handed. Hey Dan, we're just going to put some more carrot in now. I'll show you that in a second. So Freya's I'm just going to lift it over so you can see Freya. There she is, just about to tip the carrot into the pan. I can't quite get the angle right here of the phone, but you can sort of see she's just putting it. Oh, try not to get over the side, sweetie. There we go. She's just putting it in. Well done. There we go. Good work. Brilliant. So we've now put the onions in, really small onions. Frying in some, I put a little bit of sesame oil in, and also a little bit of sunflower, so it wasn't too sesame-y. And then just fried that for about 5 minutes. Then added the spices, so a teaspoon of garam masala, a teaspoon of medium curry powder, and a teaspoon of turmeric. And then we've added 3 carrots, cut up really, really small. And actually, if you put the lid on in between putting them in as well, it just means that they just stay a bit moister and cook without drying out too much, which is brilliant. So then I'm just going to add some crushed garlic. I'm going to put 3 cloves in today, and then I'll let you know what we do now. So I've just done all of that. I'm just going to show you what that looks like, because it's really lovely. So there you go, looking lovely with all the spices and everything, and the garlic. So that's the onions, carrots, spices and garlic. And I'm just going to, Rob's just coming through the door, and I'm just going, no, hang on a sec. What am I doing? And the children are now just playing with our new rabbit, which is amazing. Maybe you can come show them the rabbit in a minute, because and the rabbit's going to come and you're going to see him in the picture, because he's really cool. And I'm just going to add, yeah, go to the video. And I'm just going to add a splash of soy sauce to the mix. Probably about 2 tablespoonfuls actually, so it's not a splash. It's about 2 tablespoonfuls, I think, of soy sauce. And here is little Luffy. Lovely little Luffy, isn't he? Do you love your rabbit, Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is so cute. About 11 weeks old now, this rabbit, and just an absolute bundle of lovely cuddliness, isn't he? And he plays, and he runs around, and he's really, really friendly. Cool. Okay, I'm going to brilliant. Gorgeous rabbit, huh? He's just so gorgeous. And Dan's back now. And Dan, would you like to have him put the coconut milk in? No, he doesn't want to have to put the coconut milk. Okay, I think he's off to play with the rabbit again, which is fair enough. So I'm going to put some coconut milk in. Now I use a tin of coconut milk. Probably for this amount, it will be about a whole tin. It depends on how much you're making, but this is just the katsu curry sauce. So I'm probably going to add about a whole tin of this. And then just some flour to thicken it up, and then if I might need a little bit more coconut milk, I might sort of do half a tin and a bit more flour, then add a little bit more coconut milk and just assess it as I go. But it will be about a tin of coconut milk and probably about a dessert and a half spoonfuls of flour, I think. I'll double check. So I'm just going to show you the colour because it's brilliant. So it starts off with that darker colour, obviously on the edge, and then when you start adding the coconut milk, it starts to go, look at this, it starts to change to this sort of colour, and I'll show you in a minute, and it's absolutely beautiful. Cool. So just going over it, was about 1.5 dessert spoonfuls of flour, but it just depends how thick you want it as well. So if you want a slightly runnier sauce, then obviously you'd have less flour, but it's about a tin of coconut milk and about 1.5 dessert spoons of flour to get it into this consistency, and again, but it depends on the amount you're making and how you like it. That's what we're doing today, and I just wanted to show you, I use this tofu. Obviously any tofu is cool, but just so you know the sort of packet, so I've got the Cauldron organic tofu, which comes in the watery pack, so that's why we're doing what we're doing. Now with the tofu, all I'm going to do with it is cut it, the big block, into small chunks about 2 centimetres by 1, something like that, and then fry it just in a little bit of oil, very little bit of oil, really just coat the pan like you would with a pancake, so just get a bit of kitchen oil and coat it for about 4 or 5 minutes, and then put it in the oven at about 180 and just roast it away, just leave it in the oven just to dry out a little bit, and for about half an hour, and then it goes nice and crispy, and you can just keep checking it, and when it's gone to the crispiness that you like, when it's gone a little bit brown, then it's perfect and it's ready to put with your curry. So this is the sauce here bubbling away. There you go, nice big sauce, really delicious, and I will show you in a little bit what it looks like with the tofu, and then what we have it with as well. Brilliant. Hello, here's Dan having a taste, and what's the verdict, Dan?
Good.
Good, that's what we like to hear. Just quickly, I forgot to say about maple syrup. So about a dessert spoonful of maple syrup to sweeten it. Brilliant. Dinner, and there is
Every
Ollie.
done that.
Are you in this? Yes. And Dan. And Daddy. And Freya. And this is the dinner. Look at that. Yeah, you can see it.